In the last episode we saw how Linley's father told him about their sacred ancestral sword, which they must find at all costs. Linley gave his close friends the responsibility to track down that sword. Meanwhile, Linley's father set out to find his wife Lynna's killers, leading him to discover that Duke Patterson was behind the whole conspiracy. On the other hand, Linley and Alice's love journey moved from the sweet scent of letters to their very first kiss. On their first official date at the Magnolia Festival, Delia saw them close together from the crowd, leaving her completely heartbroken and sad. Even Linley's father, Lord Hogg, spotted them holding hands. Now let us move forward. This 13th episode begins with the lively scenes of the Magnolia Festival, where Alice takes our hero Linley by the hand and leads him to a special light blessing ceremony at a grand church. All of this was completely new and strange to Linley, so Alice tells him to be serious and pray with all his heart. Just then, the Chief Father on stage spreads a mysterious light in the air, causing the entire crowd to lose themselves and chant right after him. When Linley unknowingly starts repeating the same words, Master Delin trapped inside the ring steps in. He brings Linley back to his senses and reveals the harsh reality of the place. He says, "Wake up, boy. This is not a prayer or worship. It is a very dangerous mind control magic, and you are just falling deep under its spell." When Linley opens his eyes and sees that his girlfriend Alice, along with thousands of people around, have lost their minds to that control, the ground slips from beneath his feet. Master Delin says in a serious voice, "This is no ordinary magic. It is a highly powerful 9th level spell that has trapped the minds of thousands of people at once." After a while, when the magic ends, Alice smiles and asks Linley if he feels light and peaceful from within. To this, Linley replies very seriously, "It felt like an invisible force was controlling my mind, leaving me with no will of my own." He tries to explain to Alice that what she considers a prayer is actually a trap of mental slavery. But Alice was so blinded by the father's spell that Linley's words sound like total nonsense to her. She says angrily, "These are the holy blessings of the Father that forgive all our sins and bring success to our lives." Linley stands his ground and says, "Whatever position or success you achieve in life comes from your own hard work, not from someone else's crutches or prayers." Hearing this bitter truth makes Alice lose her temper. She was so blinded by the mind control that she took Linley's words personally and left Linley behind in anger. The very next day, the story takes a new turn. Linley visits the city's famous art gallery to collect the payment for a rare sculpture he made. The master there was so impressed by Linley's talent that he happily rewards him with an extra 1,000 gold coins, because Linley was making incredible progress in both cultivation and art at such a young age. As soon as the card comes into his hand, Master Delin appears in the air to show off his style and says, "See, boy, after all, whose student are you anyway? Your master is no ordinary human, got it?" After this, the scene shifts, and we see Linley coming to Alice to apologize for his bitter and cold behavior from yesterday. Alice also smiles and says sweetly, "It was not your fault, Linley. The truth is, you are a highly capable warrior. Everything you have achieved in life is solely because of your own hard work, so it is natural for you to think this way. I promise I will never bring up this topic again." Just like that, the misunderstanding between them clears up, and love brings them close once more. Due to his busy training schedule, there was no contact between them for the next few days. Worried by this, Linley says to Master Delin one day, "Master, I do not know why, but I feel like I am drifting far away from Alice." Understanding his confusion, the master says, "Boy, you have not met her for many days, so it is natural to feel this fear in your heart." But Linley asked, "Master, is there no way for our hearts to stay close, even when we are physically apart?" Walking along, Master Delin found a magical solution to this tricky problem. He showed Linley rare crystal balls made from water magic, which could store a person's beautiful memories forever. Seeing this, Linley buys 2 such crystal balls without wasting a single moment. However, Master Delin began to regret this decision because Linley had wasted a massive amount of 800 gold coins just for those 2 magical balls. When a happy and excited Linley was on his way to meet Alice with the balls in his hands, his 3 roommates, Yale, George and Reynolds, block his path with serious and worried faces. Looking into his eyes, Yale asks, "Linley, are you going to meet Alice right now?" When Linley says yes, Yale steps closer and says in a heavy voice, "You should not go there, my brother. We just saw Alice walking hand in hand with another guy with our own eyes. He heads straight toward Alice's house, braving the freezing cold and deep fog of the night. A storm was raging inside his mind the entire way, but as soon as he arrives, his innocent heart shatters like pieces of glass at the sight before him. From a distance he saw Alice getting into a luxurious carriage with that rich guy, Kalan, while her father stood outside smiling with him. Seeing this shocking sight, Linley freezes in his tracks. In shock, he can only whisper a single word from his trembling lips. Why? That one word carried a world of pain, asking, "Why did you do this to me, Alice?" Just then, Alice's father spots Linley, and his attitude becomes harsh and bitter. He mocks him loudly. "Look at him. Where were you hiding when we were in trouble? This Kalan solved all our financial problems in the blink of an eye." Linley asked, "Why did Alice not tell me anything?" To this, her father replies, "What can you even do? Your status is not even worth the dust on Kalan's feet." He openly insults Linley, making fun of his poverty and status. Seeing his brother insulted like this, his loyal friend Bebe goes mad with anger and glares at them so fiercely that they tremble with fear. But Linley stays calm and holds Bebe back. Then Kalan also steps forward, drunk on his wealth, and says arrogantly, "We have taken official permission for our marriage from my grandfather. And as for you, a simple and poor guy like you is someone Alice would never want in her life." Linley's heart was completely bleeding, but keeping his eyes fixed on the carriage, he says in a heavy voice, "I will not believe anyone else. I want to hear this final decision straight from Alice." Just then, Kalan opens the carriage door and Linley stands before Alice, and then Alice said, "I am sorry." Linley understands everything, and looking at her with teary eyes, he says in a breaking voice, "If this is your choice, then fine." He leaves the place heartbroken and sad. He throws away the water crystals he bought with so much love on the road, which shatter completely just like his dreams. From a distance, his three friends kept their eyes on him like a shadow. Seeing Linley's condition, Yale loses his patience completely. He tells the other two very seriously, "You both stay with Linley every moment and take good care of him. I will finish an urgent matter and come right back." They say when a person breaks, they either shatter or they make history. Here, our hero Linley turns his pain into his greatest strength, picks up his single blade without blinking, and begins to strike that massive stone. Linley goes straight to a secret training spot and starts sculpting like crazy on a huge rock. With every single strike of his blade, all those beautiful moments spent with Alice and his old memories were running through his mind like a terrifying storm. For 3 consecutive days, Linley completely drowns himself in sculpting without eating or drinking anything. Seeing him in this terrible state, George steps forward to stop him, but Reynolds holds his hand and says very seriously, "No, George, we should not stop him at all right now. We will just stay with him like a shadow. There is no other way to release the cloud of grief inside his heart right now." On the other side, his richest friend Yale gathers his secret network and helpers and roars, "Bring me every single detail of that family who hurt my brother. I want all the information about them." When the investigation reveals that Kalan, that arrogant boy from the Debs family, came between Linley and Alice's love, Yale's eyes fill with rage. Trembling with anger, he says, "This Debs family made a huge mistake by breaking my brother's heart. Now see how I bring you all to the streets." He immediately gives a strict order to the largest trade organization of his empire that from today, no small or large business will be done with the Debs family. Close all their paths. Back in the palace, Kalan's grandfather is shocked when all their major business orders start getting cancelled one by one in the blink of an eye. When he sees that this decision was taken by the largest Dawson Chamber of Commerce, the ground slips from beneath his feet. Terrified, he shouts at his men, "Find out! What mistake did we make and how can it be fixed? Otherwise our entire family will be ruined." Meanwhile, while sculpting, Linley was so lost inside the statue that he had cut off his connection with the world. His entire focus was solely on that stone. Master Delia was watching his skill very closely. He thinks to himself, "Incredible. For the past few days, this boy has been using not just his mind, but the emotions of his broken heart in his blade technique. I can clearly see that the result of this pain will make history." Just then, Linley delivers one last and powerful strike on the stone, and as the cloud of dust clears, a statue of a very beautiful girl emerges from the chest of that stone. Now many people might think that this is exactly Alice's face, But friends, I do not think our hero's self-respect would allow him to make a statue of the girl who broke his heart. Well, I leave the choice of this suspense to you. Do let me know in the comments below who you think this mysterious girl could be. Seeing this amazing statue, Master Delin is completely shocked. Feeling extremely happy and surprised, he says to Linley, "Congratulations, my child. You have become a level 7 Magic Cultivator. This statue is the finest and most unique masterpiece in entire history made with the single blade technique." Just then, his 3 friends come running there, and when they see the spiritual beauty of the statue, they all start showering it with praise. Yale steps forward and asks, "Brother, what name do you want to give to this unmatched art?" Linley looks into the eyes of that cold statue and says in a very powerful voice, "Awakening." And friends, on this historic turn, our episode for today ends right here. So friends, the story has now reached a very interesting and delicate turning point. It remains to be seen whether Alice took this step under some massive pressure, and will our lovely Delia step forward to become Linley's biggest support in this difficult time. On the other hand, will Lord Hogg be able to reach that monster of the royal family, Duke Patterson? And what will happen now to Kalan's family, which is on the verge of becoming homeless? There are many questions, but to know the exact answers to all of these, we will have to wait for the next episode. If you also love to watch such accurate and straightforward anime explanations without any added drama, then do not forget to like and subscribe to your favorite channel. Your likes give us the motivation to make our work even better. So friends, see you in the next blockbuster part. Until then, take care of yourself, take care.